Welcome to this possibility. Each one of you has a tea bag in your hand. This tea represents you. Tea comes in a vast variety of colors and strengths for a plethora of uses. Many of you have become crushed, torn, and curled in the fermenting process. This process only serves to enhance your strength and make you a more colorful and flavorful tea. But there are some of you who are still green. You are bursting with flavor and aroma, and you have such dreams. And there is so much that you have to offer, so much hidden beneath the surface of your leaves. Yet, there is something you desperately need to develop you into the you want to be, and that's water. Water will bring out the best in you. In fact, the longer you steep, the more powerful you will become. Your entire existence depends on becoming one with the water. Water never takes away from you, yet through the water, you will become all that you could have never been on your own. You may be served from an assortment of cups, some due to propriety, some due to necessity, some due to the molds that other people would see you in. However, water is not bound by the cup from which you are served and can effortlessly overflow those boundaries. In fact, it is not the cup that defines you, but only the processing, the steeping time, and the water which brings out the very best in you, the very best things that you have to offer. When water passes through you, it brings you out. Your obedience and the willingness that you have to be poured into has brought about a great result. And now you have an understanding of the power of oneness with the water. Without the water, you are nothing but dried leaves. Your God-given possibilities will never be discovered. While fragrant, no one can enjoy the potential that you have as a soothing and delicious tea. But just add water, breathe in that aroma, and feel the warmth and drink in that flavorful beverage. Others will greatly benefit and be blessed by the water in you. Psalms 51:6 says, "Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part thou shalt make me to know wisdom." Wisdom is not the same as intellect, but wisdom is given by the Holy Spirit into the hidden part of us, our spirit. Wisdom opens our eyes so that we can begin to see God's purposes and to see our life and the things around us in the light of divine purpose and divine counsel. The wisdom of God, once accepted and acknowledged by our spirit, becomes our knowledge. Once we act on that knowledge through our obedience, the result of that obedience illuminates our understanding. And this is often that aha moment that we are always looking for. Because we are women and have such a universal and world view, most of us would rather see the big picture first to gather an understanding and then obey. However, this is not the way God works with his people. We must have faith to obey, and faith equals risk. Numbers 12:2-3 says, "Now the man Moses was very meek, above all the men which were on the face of the earth." I ask you, what made Moses meek? People often equate meekness with humbleness, to be modest and unassuming in attitude and behavior, and showing deference and respect toward other people. I am sure he had all of those traits. However, there was truth in his inward parts, and God knew that he could trust in his obedience. Therefore, if meekness really equates to obedience, then the opposite of meekness, which is arrogance, equates to disobedience. All the while, we believe we are being humble by preferring that God should use someone else, perhaps more qualified for the job that He is asking of us, yet we are actually being arrogant. Will you be arrogant before the Lord? Do you realize that the Holy Spirit will give the power and the grace to perform any task He requires of you? You will not see the outcome or have an understanding of the blessing you will be or the lives you will touch until you become meek and obedient before the Lord.